In this, we are among the best in the world, if not the best. I think he knows it. And I think he wants the Italian industry to give Teslas a touch of Italian design. Because, let's say, at the moment, Teslas, the design is very ugly from an Italian perspective. They're just batteries on wheels.
Buongiorno a tutti ragazzi, Luca here. I don't know if you noticed, but numerous times recently Elon Musk, one of the richest and most influential men on the planet, spoke a lot about Italy and came here numerous times. But why is he so interested in my country? What does he want from us? Today we're gonna find out.
In my opinion, when it comes to Elon Musk's public interest for Italy, there are numerous things to take into account if you really want to understand why this incredible interest toward my country. First, there is a genuine passion for Italian culture that is typical of millions of people around the world. Then there are more business, corporate-related interests. Then you have a clear political agenda that we're going to discuss in a minute. And finally, I think there is a world vision, a vision about where the world is going as a civilization that somewhat involves also Italy. So there are numerous things. I want to break down each and every point and discuss every point with you guys. I think it's going to be very interesting. But before that, please, guys, subscribe to my channel. It's completely free. We're growing a lot. We have an incredible community, people that make incredible comments, so educated and in-depth. It's such a joy to read the comments of my community. I really want to continue this journey with you guys, but I really need you to subscribe and activate the notification button. Now let's dive in.
Hi, Mr. Man. Welcome to Tuscany.
Oh, sir, we're right here.
Welcome to Tuscany.
This is
And I think the first reason is pretty straightforward. Elon Musk genuinely loves Italy, as many other people in the world. He's passionate about the Italian civilization. He said numerous times that he was admired by the achievements reached by the Romans. He also said that in his opinion the Roman Empire fell because of low birth rates, a topic that we're going to discuss in the second part of the video. And actually British historian Mary Beard responded to him. So he actually, first reason is he loves Italy. And the reason why I am in front of the beautiful Colosseum is because for months Musk tried to organize a fight against Mark Zuckerberg inside the Colosseum, but after numerous attempts, the city of Rome, for safety reasons, whatever, declined the invitation.
Rome fell because the Romans stopped making Romans.
It's actually not surprising at all that super billionaires like Musk, people from the Anglo-American, Canadian, South African, Anglo-Saxon world in general, super rich people love Italy as a country. Its landscapes, its culture, architecture, history. For this kind of people who can afford to buy anything, Italy is probably a unique place, the best place in the world for the luxury it offers. And they just have to see the best of the country. They don't have to live here and fight with Italian bureaucracy and other problems on an everyday basis. So it's very normal. In fact, we know that for sure that Musk possesses an amazing, breathtaking mountain chalet in the Alpine region of Italy, and maybe has many other properties in my country that we don't know anything about. And this is probably just gossip, because none of the main characters of this story confirmed that there is something true. But I think it's worth mentioning because it has a role in our today's story. Many people notice that Elon Musk and Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and we will talk a lot about her during this video, they get along very well. They picture them numerous times in official occasions and dinners and other important occasions. So some people said, there's something going on here, also because Meloni just ended her relationship with her longtime partner and father of her 9-year-old daughter. Elon Musk has a very, let's say, rich romantic life. So some people said, there is something going on. We actually don't know if there is something true. But I think it has a role for our today's story, because the fact that they get along so well, even if they are not in a romantic relationship, that's important for all the other points of this video.
Certainly, a very important reason why recently Elon Musk has taken a great interest in Italy is the turn to the right politically of my country, which in fact at the moment is governed by Giorgia Meloni, the Prime Minister, whose party is a very far-right movement. And actually there are many similarities between Italian far-right and Elon Musk's political agenda. First, there is a strong contrast against the woke and politically correctness movement, which Musk many times described as the great virus. Then there is a will to limit the influence of European Union in nation states affairs, and I think this also is related to the fact that Musk wants more freedom for its companies to work in European nation states without the involvement of the European Union. Then there is a strong emphasis on controlling migrations from Africa in order to avoid the so-called destruction of European culture because of too much migration. And then last but not least, and this is something Musk is absolutely obsessed with, there is the topic of the birth rates, policies in favor of birth rates of people who want to have more kids. This is something he's so obsessed with. We're going to discuss this in a specific point. So there are many things in common between Musk and the Italian right. In fact, a few months ago, Elon was the guest of honor in the Giorgia Meloni's political party national convention, a very big event with a lot of journalists, a very important event that Musk was there the entire time, and he had a great speech, a very important speech. So there are a lot of things in common between these two parts.
And as simple as it sounds, if people do not have children, there is no new generation.
Elon Musk has a huge investment plan for Italy, which is not given, considering our terrible difficulty in attracting investments from abroad due to our high cost of labor, low productivity and bad bureaucracy. Musk's plan, closely backed by Giorgia Meloni, is divided in two. One concerns Tesla and the automotive industry in general, for which Musk has already released the first part of the plan, 130 million in collaboration with the EU for new charging stations in Italy. This is one of our biggest weaknesses when it comes to electrification. We don't have a charging station, and we have one of the lowest percentage of electric cars in Europe, if not the lowest. I think he likes the challenge, the idea of transforming the most thermic engine lovers culture in the world, apart from maybe Oklahoma or Nebraska and places like this with pickups and trucks. I think he wants to transform Italians in electric car lovers. I think it's going to be incredibly challenging, in my opinion. Furthermore, I believe he wants to exploit the incredibly unique, unrivaled Italian know-how when it comes to car design and technology. In this, we are among the best in the world, if not the best. I think he knows it, and I think he wants the Italian industry to give Teslas a touch of Italian design, because let's say at the moment Teslas, the design is very ugly from an Italian perspective. They're just batteries on wheels, and I think he knows what we can do when it comes to design, and I think he wants to take advantage of it.
3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
And then there are the investments in the space and defense industries, and these are fields in which Italy leads Europe. We have a lot of incredible companies such as our state-owned Leonardo, one of the biggest in the world when it comes to this specific field, and we have other firms that, for example, produce most of the parts of certain Boeing airplanes, which is maybe not a good thing at the moment, but that's another story. I think Musk knows very well our incredible level of expertise in these fields, and thanks to his personal friendship with Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, he wants to increase his presence in Italy, and he's actually doing that because last June he secured an important deal with which the Italian government grants foreign space companies like his SpaceX grants them the permission to work and invest in Italy. That's a big deal because Musk is also present here in Italy with the technology of Starlink, the internet satellite provider. So his presence in Italy when it comes to space, defense and telecommunication will be bigger and bigger in the near future. Last but not least, by far the most important topic. Every time Elon Musk came to Italy, every single time, the thing he talked about first, the thing he talked about the most was the issue, the catastrophe of the low, extremely low Italian birth rates. This is a topic that we talked about a lot on our channel, and I really want to make dedicated videos about that in the near future, so stick around and subscribe to the channel. For some time now, Elon Musk has been warning the world of the fact that more and more countries are facing declining birth rates and people are not having children anymore. By the way, he has 12. As the billionaire recalled in a very famous conference together with the founder of Alibaba, Jack Ma, the declining birth rates are by far the biggest threat the world has ever faced in its history. And actually, I totally agree with him, but that's for another video.
The biggest problem the world will face in 20 years is population collapse. Collapse.
I agree.
I want to emphasize this. The biggest issue in 20 years will be population collapse.
In my opinion, there are two reasons why Musk is particularly interested in Italian demographics. The first is that, unfortunately for us, Italy is by far the worst off country together with Japan and South Korea when it comes to demographics. We will be the first country in the world, we are the first country in the world to experience what it's like to have a postmodern society on the verge of extinction, in which elderly people, retired people, are way more than young people and children. A society that is absolutely not sustainable. The second reason connected to the first is that Elon Musk is absolutely convinced that the woke movement is in part responsible for the declining birth rates. He sees the woke as part of this crisis, and he said this numerous times, even during the national conference of the Italian right party of Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni that I mentioned before. And in this conference he also numerous times called the woke the great virus.
It actually amplifies, woke virus, mind virus, in my view, amplifies racism, amplifies, frankly, sexism, and all the isms, and while claiming to do the opposite.
And actually Musk was very direct in this. He said numerous times, for example, that he bought X, former Twitter, in order to avoid also this platform to become, in his opinion, a woke heaven like Facebook, for example. He said this numerous times. And I think he's so interested in countries like Italy, for example, because these are countries which at the moment the right and far right are very popular when it comes to election. They won numerous elections and they're very popular among people. So he wants to use these far-right traditional values movements as a wall against his arch enemy, which is the woke movement. He actually did the same on a much bigger scale with much bigger investments with Donald Trump in the 2024 campaign. Trump, for him, was an ally against the woke movement, which in his vision, I don't know how much this is personal and how much it is more in his opinion, world issue. But clearly his vision is he wants to eradicate, to destroy wokeism. He has a clear path ahead of him. Is he right? Is he wrong? That's difficult to say, but he knows exactly what he's doing.
This is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this kind of videos. Let me know in the comments what you think about Musk's passion for Italy. And please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and to activate the notification button, because I really want our beautiful community to grow and prosper. Ciao ciao ragazzi!